Hello and welcome to another video of acrylic pouring with me, Jackie Buckley, and my little sidekick Macy.
Hello.
She's going to be doing a pour of her own today, so we'll be
A struggle.
we'll be doing one each. So you've not done one before, have you? So
Nope.
we might have I don't know, it could all fall apart, but we'll go with it. Today we are doing things a little bit different. Normally I would come to the camera and say, these are the colours I'm using, but today we have a box full of paints. This was Macy's idea yesterday, and she said, why don't we put our paints in a box, cover it up and choose
3 colours.
3 colours that we can't see and perhaps we wouldn't normally put together.
But we get to choose our base coat.
We are choosing our base coat. What are you going with?
I'll wait till I've seen the colours.
Okay. I tend to go with white, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Are you going in first?
No, you do it.
Right, can you see the whole box so you know I'm not cheating? Right, my first colour for my pour today, should have got a bigger blanket, is Paynes Grey. What a colour!
No, I won't get it.
Oh no, there might be another one in there.
Oh no!
Exactly.
I thought it was one of each.
Ready. Cadmium red.
When you
Hue.
said ready, I thought it might be red because you went red, and I'm like, where?
And one more without cheating. You can tell I've not cheated because those are colours I'd never put together. Oh,
Run away.
are you ready for the last one?
Yes.
Okay, here goes. Cobalt Blue Hue. Right, Macy.
Ooh, that actually might look good if you had that grey as the background and then the red and blue was the actual colours.
No, but the 3 colours we're picking are the colours that we are using in the pour.
Okay.
Okay,
No.
off you go. Nose peeking. Your first colour is. That's not really a drum
Oh
roll.
come on, natural grey. That was one of the few colours that I didn't want.
Number 2 colour shall be. Dig deep, Macy.
I can't get behind. Oh, pink.
Show them.
Metallic
closer.
pink.
Metallic pink. That goes lovely with that grey actually.
Mm.
And your last colour will be.
Yes! What is my look?
Show them. Now.
Metallic green, that is.
Where's the other one gone?
That might not go well with that.
All 3 of them go lovely. So there are our colours that we're going to be working with today. I may just switch one of your metallics for the same colour but not metallic because you don't tend to put silicone in your metallics. It doesn't work well.
Okay.
So,
You can change both of them because there's another. No, that's metallic pink. I don't know.
Right. Sorry guys, I'm just folding this blanket so it's out of the way.
Is that the same colour as that?
Very similar, yep, that's the one I'd have chosen.
But I like the quite light pink.
Okay, so stick with your metallic and let me change this one. I'm sure I've got one that is non-metallic.
Yes,
You want that one? So we're changing the metallic so we can put silicone in for turquoise blue.
Wait, let me see if
Nice.
that will go better then.
You're just choosing your colours. We're supposed to be doing an experiment.
No, I mean like the same, practically. To be honest, I think I'll stick with the metallic.
It will look good.
Yeah.
So that was your original colour.
Careful, the
That
box
box is
isn't
just...
falling apart.
I can't do these, they're too strong. I've just had my head in the video, I'm sorry. Right, okay, little bit of fun there.
We're still here.
Okay, Macy, grab your canvas. We need to know that we are on the camera. If you move your paints that way a bit, we're not getting in each other's way. I'll come this way a bit.
I'll go that way.
And
Do we need pins?
yep, one sec. Let's just make sure we keep our canvases in the right place. We just mark on where they are. Do you want to do that with yours?
Not really, but go ahead.
Now before I found a little tape measure to find out what canvas size we are working on, which seems to have gone walkabout. Now I need it.
Tape measure.
Little tape.
I have absolutely no clue. We should be more organised.
Well, I thought I was, and then now I'm not, which doesn't sound ideal, really.
I've just realised there's already like cobalt blue and that red hue colour in tubs.
They are for my Shelley Art blooms. Where have you got those from?
I just found them in that box.
Put them in there, because that's something completely separate. Right, guys, I'm just going to pause you while I find my tape, because I did have it and now it's gone. Okay, we are with our tape. So today we're working on 20 by 25. So just scribble these numbers down for me, Mace. 20 by 25 centimetres, which is, get ready to scribble. Yeah, 8 by, I think it'll be 10. Yeah, 10 inches. IN. So let's look at our little chart that we got off Gina DeLuca's Facebook page. Go Make Some Art. I'm sure it's called Go Make Some Art. And we're going to look at the size of our canvas.
20 to 25 and 8 to 10.
How many grams of paint do we need?
240.
Okay, so 240. Just scribble that down. And to make sure that we've just got enough, change that 40 to a 50 and we won't run out halfway through.
Probably.
Now then, we're mixing these paints with what?
What's it called? I have absolutely no clue. Floetrol.
Floetrol.
Definitely don't look at that over there.
Give it a good shake, or else you'll get slobby glubbly blah blah blah. Okay, so but before we get to that stage, flip your canvas over. If you've bought a relatively cheap one, this will be loose. These, for some reason, are backed on the back. So I can't spray them, it's not going to have any effect at all. But what we will do is put our push pins in to just lift it off the floor. We've spread ourselves out a bit today. 4 pins. What do we need to do before we put those pins in?
Tape. Yes.
Tape the backs. Okay.
Why?
Well,
I forgot.
We put our tape on. We put our push our pins in. Push our pins in. And when we've done our pour, it's going to go down the sides and underneath, isn't it? And we don't want the back of our canvas to be a mess. So take that.
Why does it
just unravel it?
That's weird. That's how it just stick it there.
Yep. Just make sure it's really, really on the edge. Awesome job.
What about that bit?
Don't worry about that, we'll chop them off in a minute. Just make sure that is really, really pressed down, because sometimes it'll lift off.
I'll do it this side.
We're only practicing, it's not work for anybody that's ordered anything, so it doesn't have to be super perfect. Macy, this drives me insane.
At least it unravels easily.
Push those down as well.
I'm pretty sure the head's been on frame for ages, so.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Pretty much. And they will all agree that your hair needs a cut.
No, never in my life am I ever getting it cut again. I hate getting it cut, I like it long.
I know, but Just a little bit shorter, like
Shaving my head short. No, thank you.
like what about to your shoulders?
No.
What about to your ears?
No.
I'm begging you.
That's worse.
Right, get the little Stanley knife, Macy. They are sharp, as you know.
God helps all.
Watch me. Let me do one for you.
Yeah.
Like that.
Okay.
Stick it there.
If I end up having no fingers, you will know why.
And then she won't be able to stop me cutting her hair.
Rude. Is that the first thing that comes to mind when you think of me losing my fingers?
Unfortunately, and quite worryingly.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep, listen.
Let's see if I actually put your tape on better than I. Let's roll with it, people. Let's roll. Have any of you headed back to work yet? I've said in my previous videos I run a dog walking company, and because some of my clients are elderly, I just couldn't run the risk of going in and either picking something up or, you know, leaving something behind with them. So I had to stop everything. Have you cut them all off, Mace?
I'm gonna say yeah, but
Why have you not got that one?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
do it then. I've got
Okay.
one here.
I don't feel secure.
You don't feel confident?
No, my fingers.
If you're not quite happy about doing it, just leave it and I'll grab it in a sec.
Tiny bit. Ah, yes.
It doesn't really matter. Okay. Getting there slowly, but we are definitely getting there. I've just got half my masking tape there, but
Yep, so have I. I found a different method.
no bother. Right, moving on.
Ah,
You
yes,
sorted it?
finally.
Awesome.
Yeah, just ignore the massive gap just there.
Make sure it's pressed on, because when you do your pour and it comes over the sides, it can sometimes drag the tape off.
Ah,
Okay,
okay.
pins.
Yay.
Feel with your finger where this join meets this join and just push it in. And push a little bit. We don't want them all the way in. Mind the next one again. If you're struggling, I'll have a go. Mind that edge again. That one was easier. And then that last one. If you've got a canvas that won't budge, just
Spray it. No.
smack it with a hammer, which seems to have done a walkabout. How are we doing?
Not great. And I definitely didn't just randomly. I definitely picked random colours and didn't go for a scheme. That is why this.
You're not on the edge
Yeah,
there,
I
I can
can't.
see it.
Get it.
Let's not do that, Jackie. Right. Push. Push. Right, flip your canvas over.
I'm just going to put that down so nobody loses a limb. Or
Flip
three.
your canvas over and put it on your marks that you made with your pen. Check that we're both in screen. And now, to test this is flat, get 2 fingers either side and see if it rocks, and then do it with the other 2. I've got a little bit of wobble there. Why is it important to make sure?
Because if it's not flat, the paint will all just roll off and it'll all be on one side and not on the other.
Or on your puppy pad.
Or whatever you have underneath your canvases.
Perfect answer. Right. That will do for now. Okay, moving on. So we've both picked three colours. So we've got our 3 cups. You've got one back to front now. So Macy's working with neutral grey, blue turquoise and metallic pink. These are all that's a lie.
2 of mine are
Graduate acrylics, and she's got her turquoise blue that is studio acrylic from Pebio, and mine are all graduate acrylics.
Congrats.
Paynes Grey, Cadmium Red Hue, Cobalt Blue.
If I had stayed with that, I would have had all of mine. Graduate acrylic or whatever it is.
So we need 3 cups for our paint colours and we need 1 for our base cup. Plus we're going to need 1 more that we can put up there for when we do our actual flip.
And
Okay.
what, do we have an extra cup?
You've got an extra one, I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please go.
here we need our scales of... That's not actually going to be flat, is it? Pick your cups up, move them to one side. I just want that. If your scales aren't quite balanced,
It won't work properly.
no, not enough paint or too much. Okay, scales on. Hopefully they won't play up.
Please.
You get one of your cups, Macy, and choose your first colour.
What are you going with for base?
What size canvas did we say we were working on?
28 by 25. So that is 8 by 10 inches, and we need 250 grams of paint.
So we have got our 3 colours, and we have got to get how many grams?
It is 250.
250, and you need to divide that by your 3. So in each cup we need about 83 grams of paint.
I thought it was 8.3. Never mind. Miscalculation.
83 grams. I'm going to round that up to 85.
Okay.
So in this cup we'll have 85 grams of paint in this cup and in this cup for our 3 colours. But
Yes.
with our paint, what are we adding?
Floetrol.
And
Also something called...
comes out of the tap. We drink it every
water.
day.
Yes. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Kind of.
Put your cup on the scales, Maeve.
Mine?
Yeah.
Me? Why? Okay, I'll go for this one.
Okay. Does that cup weigh anything?
Yes, it
Okay.
weighs 3 grams.
Okay.
That.
So where's my pen?
This can be...
So we're working towards 250 grams. Half of that has got to be paint. Half of that has got to be Floetrol.
What about the water?
Don't worry about that. I'll sort it in a minute.
Okay.
What's half of that?
Math brain issue. 125
125 paint, 125
Floetrol.
Floetrol. But we do add water to it, and we don't want to have loads of paint left over. So let's take that 5 off and that 5 off, and we'll call it 120 grams of paint and Floetrol, and then that 10 that's there we can call water. Okay, so in that cup now, how much paint are you going to squeeze in?
120. Please.
Take it from the very, very top up there, because if you get an air bubble in it, squeeze it with both hands. Both hands. You've got all. Do you see what I mean? You'll have that splatting everywhere. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze.
Wait, 120 did you say?
Yeah. Stop a sec. Stop a sec. So we needed. Where have we got 100? Yeah, half of that. But that's for a flip cup. Just wait 1 second. 85 grams of paint in each cup. So we don't need to split that in half. Sorry guys, sorry, ignore that last step. We want 85 grams. I thought something didn't look right. On the corner. 85 grams, so 40.
Yeah.
2.5 grams of paint and then 42 grams of Floetrol. So
We could have figured this out like 5 minutes ago and hadn't already put like 69 grams of
don't worry
paint.
about that, we'll sort it. 42.5 paint, 42.5 water. Let's take those 2's off and call it 40. paint, 40 Floetrol,
And then
and
5 water.
4 or 5 water. You don't have to be exact, I'm just doing it because Macy's not done this stage before. Now, because you've just put 70 in there, you're going to have to put 70 of the Floetrol, which we'll sort out in a minute.
Didn't just get paint everywhere.
How is it? I can give you a clean, brand new pot of paint and you end up covered. Leave that one, get your next cup. In there you're wanting 40. I just saw those numbers and thought it's too much paint for this size canvas. 40 grams. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. That sounds obscene, Macy. Take it from the top. That's why I say I don't want those air bubbles. Move your fingers down.
Wait, let me do it. Let me do it. Oh. 40.
Awesome. Take your cup off.
Are you gonna do yours?
Yeah, get your cup ready because it won't take me 2 minutes.
How come it takes me like 50?
I think you've got a pot
hours
that wasn't quite full. It always helps when you...
I always give it a little shake.
So, good effort. So just remember your grey has got 70 in. You're done. Did really, didn't it?
Stop. Okay. Slightly over.
Don't panic if it goes over.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
aren't- Get off. Last cup. Okay. Paynes Grey. I do like Paynes Grey. I am such a fan, but in blue?
I think it will go nice.
Do you think?
Yeah, but what are you doing as your base coat?
White, I think.
I might. Could we do any colour for our base coat, or does it have to be either black or white?
It doesn't have to. It can be any colour, but
It won't really show.
white will look lovely in those. Or even
Yeah.
black could go lovely as well. Right, so we've put paint in. Now we're moving on to our Floetrol. I'm going to use this little one just because you're a small one. Put your cup on.
70. Don't forget.
Okay. Let's clear it so we're not confusing ourselves.
Do you want me to do it?
Floetrol needs a really good
I'll do it.
shake. In it goes. So you're going up.
70.
No. Yeah. Just wait for the scales to catch up. Gosh, that's not going to last very long, is it, in there? That's it. Don't worry about the extra.
Do you want me to? Or are you doing yours?
One sec. We'll just do one each and then. Right, I almost went to 70 then.
40, 40, 40, 40. Don't do
Watch. Stop. Look
Yeah.
at your scale number.
3.
You need to clear.
It's 3.
It's not, it's minus, sweetheart.
Oh.
You need to clear it
Why is it minus?
because your cup and your paint weighs that much. Just stop a sec because the batteries are going flat. There you go. So just take 3 grams. So go to 37 because you did already put some in. Go on. Awesome. Paynes Grey. 40 grams.
Sound effects. 40. Don't forget.
46. You can see I'm having a fibro day. Off you go. 40.
How can you see? How can they see that you're having a fibro day?
Because my words aren't right, and I've just.
You were like that the other day.
I was.
It's like I didn't have a clue what you were saying like 3% of the time, which isn't a lot, but
Okay.
still.
Right, Mace. Lolly stick. Very gently start stirring those one at a time. 1, 2. Floetrol in that last one. I don't think I cleared the scales on the last thing.
But it doesn't really matter because it still does it. It just does minus instead of.
No, but you don't quite get the right amount, do you? Okay. Put your lid tight back on your
I did.
photo. No,
Is
you
that-
did.
Is that good?
Just keep, yeah, just mix till you've had enough with that colour and then move on. I can't get a lolly stick separate. Okay, work on camera or else they're not going to be able to see. These need such a good stir.
I can't do it on camera, it's hard. It looks like slime. I like it.
And you are looking for the paint to be running off the spoon, off the stick, and that's not so bad actually. I'll have to add a little bit of water to it. Make sure you've got the Floetrol from around the edge.
I'm doing that now.
Okay, I'll leave that one there.
Look at that metallic.
Beautiful, show it up.
Can you see that? No?
Yep, there. That's
That's
working.
runny. Is my turquoise colour runny?
Deep.
They're actually really runny compared to the other days.
Pebeo are runnier than Graduate, and your metallic's always a little bit
Runny.
Thinner than your other paints.
So does it lighten the colour because of it's white?
Floetrol does lighten it a little bit, yeah.
Because I can tell because my grey's gone really white.
You've got the two colours that you used the other day and said don't use those because
I know.
you've done them and then
We
you
should have taken them out of the box.
picked them again.
I don't even know how because I was hoping I got them, but then I realised that we had already kind of used them the other day. But I still wanted them anyway.
Right, what's this one? Why does that look like black? Paynes Grey, people. Paynes Grey.
Yours was quite dark in the first place, so to be honest, when you pulled it out, I did think it was black. But I remember you saying that there was no black in that box.
No, I don't think there was.
So, there.
That's when I've got
my
17.
grey mix.
Natural grey. Neutral, natural, neutral. Oh, the pups are going mad.
Dogs are playing up. We're playing together, which is kind of even worse than playing up.
Okay. So, you'll see that that is a lot thicker than the blue. And what we're going to do from there, we don't need those anymore, so see ya! Take the lid off that water, off it completely.
Do you not need to do it precise?
No.
There's water in there, I think.
Okay. Right, you need to be, I'm taking over here, the Mace. Move
You
forward.
do it. That's your colours.
Put one of your paints here. What do I do? Tiny little drop. Okay?
She says pouring a load in.
Well,
how much do I need for this grey? Because it's like...
same as just put some in and you'll, over time you'll learn more. That's it. You're going to have to be careful with that one because it's got quite full. But over time, the more you do it, you will learn roughly how much it needs of water.
This
Guys.
might be too runny. Like...
Honestly, keep going.
Water.
It thickens up. I'll have a go with yours in a minute.
I'm trying to not do it too hard because it'll spill everywhere.
Okay guys, I'm going to stir these off camera so you're not sat here watching. Okay, so we've finished pouring our paints and mixing them. That one's a little bit thick, so I'm just going to add a little bit more water to it. We've let them sit to get rid of any air bubbles. There are still a few, and obviously the mixing process will create more, but I think on the whole we're not doing too badly. I've looked at your paints, Macy, and I've not looked at my own. The Graduate acrylics will thicken up if they're left.
Can I have a bit more of that grey because it is slightly too runny?
Grey.
Thank you. We're meant to kind of skip this bit out, but we've ended up doing it in the video anyway.
I know your graduate acrylic paints will thicken, and if you're doing a swipe or a starburst or any of the techniques, really, they really do need to be a little bit thinner. So I've checked my blue, I've checked my black, we've checked Macy's.
Everything.
Are tired?
No, I'm not breathing.
I've put my Floetrol into this deep cadmium and it seemed to have gone a little bit pink. I'm just wondering whether to add.
I don't think it has, it's just the lighting.
Just
Oh yeah, maybe.
ever so slightly pink, and I'm going to just add a couple of drops of quinacridone magenta, golden fluid. Hopefully that will just deepen it a little bit. Not by much, I don't think at all.
It's made a tiny, teeny, weeny bit of a difference.
Never mind, let's just go. These are the colours I picked out, so these are the colours I'm going to go with. Okay, before we do our base coat, we're just going to add treadmill silicone into our colours. Now, we don't put silicone in our base coat because in our cups, when we've layered our paint, when we come to flip it over and release it, where the colour,
it will, instead of kind of mixing into it to sit on top, it'll, I don't know.
you're practically there, Mace. You've released your colour flows over the canvas, but where you have got, if you put silicone in your base, where that silicone sits on your canvas, the paint will repel, so you'll see straight down to your canvas. Not a good look unless that's the look that you're going for, but we're
Which
not.
I don't think people do, but no.
We're just not. I don't put silicone in my metallic colours because, again, there is a reason for it. I've just forgotten. I can't remember. So we've got about 80-90 grams of paint in there, and I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally, that's your base coat.
Oh, sorry, I was in the middle of
That
mixing.
you can do that. If you squeeze it very hard, a lot will come out. Just do it very gently. Normally I'd put about 2, maybe 3 drops in, but it's not creating the number of set.
Wait, metallic as well.
Not in that one.
In this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Does that need more? Because it's like 20 times the amount of paint.
You can have one more for good luck.
That was like 3 and 1 right
Which
on.
Mix it gently, not a lot. Just a few times round the cup. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I feel like you wouldn't do it in the magenta because, or the shiny ones, because it wouldn't mix properly.
Do you mean the metallic?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would mix properly.
That might be it. I just remember someone telling me at the beginning when I started years ago, about 18 months ago I started, and I remember not to put it in the metallics, but I can never remember why. So give them a gentle stir. Some people just go round ones very carefully, and others really whip it. It depends what look you're going for. My Paynes Grey has already thickened up.
Yeah. So let's get
It really does grate me. Right, Mace, is your canvas on?
Yeah, mine's in the exact place it was.
It just depends whether your little mat's moved
It
much.
probably has like 20 times.
Okay, so we're going to push that forward out of the way. We are going to get a brand new clean cup. Awesome.
We need to do our background first. Back layer, back
Do you want
drop.
to do your base before we pour? Yep. We can do that. Okay, we've got a number of tools to swish round. That was about 79p from the range, and it's just a window.
Oh, it's pretty much the perfect size. Oh,
We've got I remembered the name and then it's gone again.
The Swiper
Oil,
Mover.
the oil mover. Then we've got, I'm not going to use that because it's not been cleaned properly. Honestly, you can
The
use
butter
absolutely anything you want. And then that is just a cake spreader, icing thingy.
Yeah.
You can see my words have left the building. Right, I'm missing one of those that's bigger than that. And it's really beginning to grate on my nerves.
I'm just stroking my canvas.
When we pour our base coat, we're not just going to tip the whole thing in.
Oh.
We're just going to go very slowly round, and you do want quite a thick layer on your canvas.
I might not have enough.
That's alright, you can borrow some of that. Awesome. Just get those corners. That's alright. Leave it like that. So I'll flatten my paint and get it to the edges with this.
What I don't know what to do.
That's what's difficult about that, because you can't push it away. You can drag it towards yourself. Remember, it's the first time you've done a pour, so
Don't expect it to look good, people.
no, not that. It is okay to not be sure about something.
Okay.
Your artwork's lovely. If you want, do you want this little one and I'll use this big one?
No, it's
Or
fine.
do you want the big one?
No, it's fine. I think I'll just stick with this.
Just take it right to the ends and let it go very carefully off the sides, because we want the sides covering as well. And just move that paint around all the way. You don't need to be using all these gadgets and tools to spread your paint. You can stick your fingers right in there. It's just that we're in the loft and I've no access to water up here, so I tend to bring a bowl up with me, but
We kind of didn't.
I did.
Oh, well, oh, that, yeah.
At the side of you. Check for your corner. Once you've gone over the edges, just check for your corners.
Help.
That's alright.
It's a massive.
So get some more white paint of mine.
I'm gonna change the tool because I don't really.
Do you want this?
Yes, I guess. I don't know.
If you feel like you've not got enough paint on your canvas, which I think I'm going to get to in a moment,
Borrow somebody else's.
just pick it up with your knife. Craft knife? No, that's not the word. Something. What is the name for these things I'm using? Oil, craft knife, oil, palette, something to do with palette. That's it. Perfect. Your white seems to have a lot of air bubbles in it, which we will solve in a moment. Don't judge, mate. After your last space themed flicky painting, I've got more coloured paint on my walls behind us.
Let's just not talk about that.
Shall we?
No.
I think it'd be a really good idea to talk about that.
And it will not come off the wall either.
No, it won't.
So you're stuck with splattered paint drops all over your walls.
Don't obsess too much about this stage. It does need covering and it does help if it's all covered, but your pour will cover it all anyway, so it's just that situation with the oil. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit more on. Those edges, Macy, you can run your finger up, so pick some paint up off your canvas and just run it along the edge like that.
Or don't. Do
That
it
way.
like this.
Or you can do it that way.
Mm.
But please keep paint on your canvas rather than share it with me.
But sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring, but not
When you
when
spring
acrylic
everywhere.
pouring. Right, so I'm just going to pick mine up and move it round a little bit.
Could have told me we could
Check
do that.
my sides. And that one, I'm spinning round people because that backside isn't covered at all. Okay, I think we're nearly there. Paint on my sock. Right, I think you're looking good there, Macy.
You can also use a lollipop stick, it's probably just not as good.
Can you pass me, you can use the lolly stick, can you just pass me that bowl? I'm just gonna, can you see your edge there?
Yeah, I was about to do that.
It's these canvases, these aren't particularly expensive ones.
Ew.
And I think the middle sags in a little bit. But I think we're pretty much ready, good to go. Want to use that?
Not really.
Clean. Okay. Here. Yeah, put them in there. Just washing hands.
And everything else.
And we are ready to go. Any huge air bubbles you see, you can just pop with the end of your palette knife. In your face palette knife. I remembered the name of it.
It's like, sometimes you remember the name of stuff without even realising you have.
Okay. So, slide that back very slightly so that your new cup...
I need like 60 palette knives.
Just put it over that side.
For 60 million bubbles.
Put bubbles. That's what I was going to do. So, you've poured your base coat and you are left with a sea of air bubbles.
That would be me.
I'm not sure why yours has and mine seems to have settled. My little torch isn't working, so I'm going to use... Do you want to do it?
Yes.
Please don't set the loft on fire.
I'll try.
Keep it moving. Shake, shake, shake. Not too close. Very quick. Good girl. Bit higher. Awesome. Can you see them all popping? You've gone low again. Right, pass it to me. And we'll just...
I'm sad I couldn't burn the house down.
I'm not. Okay, I'm going to have to replace... Get your
No
cup,
regrets.
Macy. Yeah, push, 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 stop. And then put your cup into view. Okay, what colour are you starting with? And do you want to use white in your pour as well? Are you just going to...
No, I'll just use my actual colours.
Sometimes if you just use your colours it can turn out quite dark. White sort of brings it out a bit, but it's entirely...
I might do a layer white, but we don't have that much white really.
We've got a whole cup here.
Never mind.
Okay, so I'm going to start with mine, and all you want is a little bit poured in. This is where you can get creative because it's your pour. I'm going to go with, I don't want pink in my cup, so I'll leave the red for a minute. Let's do blue.
Yeah, I'm
And
going
then-
with blue as well.
Very slowly, Macy, just drizzle it over the top. Good girl, not too much. We've got a few layers to do.
White.
And what do red and blue make?
Pink?
Red.
No, sorry, I thought you said red and white. Purple.
Thank you. And a mini seizure.
I don't think I'm gonna do white in between the grey because it'll just make it even lighter and it's
Yeah,
already light enough.
You don't have to do white a colour, white a colour. I've done white, blue, red.
Actually, I might because I kind of like the look of it.
My black's really, really, really thickened up, which is not too cool. We might end up with some grey in this if I put white here. Who knows what we're going to end up with. Not black, guys, it's Paynes Grey, but it's so dark. Right, white, blue.
Okay, I'm gonna need that white in a minute because this is low on fuel. Okay, it's like dead.
blue, red. You don't have to stay in the same order of the colours you've poured. You can zhuzh it up a little bit.
Zhuzh.
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 You can zhuzh it up. So I've done 2 layers now. Might just go on to
my cup's full.
Right, okay, don't put any more in that one.
I got 1 layer of grey, and that's what I had most of.
Oh.
I did white, blue, white, pink, white, grey, white, blue, white.
Why do you put a little bit of grey on the top?
I'm going to put a dot of white because I still want to go with the theme.
Blue, red.
Yellow, pink and green.
They've really thickened up these.
Yeah.
Black. So you're ready, I'm almost there.
I just poured a load of stuff in. I did quite a lot of blue. That's probably why it filled up really quickly. Because if you look, there's nothing left in it.
You like that colour, don't you?
Yeah, I like the blue and the metallic pink together. The grey, it's okay.
Here, you need to listen because this is where it gets really quite tricky.
Okay.
Macy, please don't fill that cup anymore. We're going to have enough trouble flipping it over.
Oh no.
Okay. Now, if we hadn't put a base coat down, we would have just been able to pick our canvas up and flip it over.
Why didn't we just do that?
I think we're going to have to because you can, but you'll lose your paint off your canvas, Macy.
I don't mind.
Watch what I do. You lift your cup up like that. I'm going to spill some onto the canvas anyway, but as quick as you can. Please do not press that cup hard into your canvas.
Do you want to do it? Because I'm gonna go. It's gonna go everywhere.
Don't panic. I really did want that to be all your work. Just let me clean my white paint off. Now just let that paint sit for a few seconds, minute. You can already see it coming out of the sides. Wait a minute, Macy. Do not pour it there. It'll end up all over the carpet.
Yeah, I don't really want to do it. It's that full. It's gonna go absolutely everywhere anyway.
I think it's.
You do it.
Put your cup down. I think it is gonna go. I think you've got an awful lot of paint here, actually.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, too much for this size canvas.
Yep, definitely.
Ready. I'm losing your base coat. Right, I'll apologise now, people.
Careful you don't spill it on your own canvas. Oh wow, that's less than I thought that would go everywhere. Oh god.
Nearly lost it all then. Right, let me just wash my hands.
I've just kind of done it and it's still everywhere.
Right. Again, like those paints, just have a few minutes for the colours in the bottom of the cup to drop down onto your canvas. If you can see an awful lot of air bubbles at this point,
Blowtorch.
no, I don't want. You can just put your fingers.
No, not mine.
Get up.
No, no.
Put your finger in them very gently, and they will disappear.
Oh, look at that.
Looking good. Looking good.
I just stuck my whole hand in there.
It's okay. That will probably end up as runoff.
I mean, like there.
Well,
No, it's fine.
what?
It's fine. Never mind.
You need paint round because it will struggle to move. Okay. Are we going to just lift these cups straight up?
No, you tilt it slightly and drag it round to the edges so it covers easier. Or you don't have to do that, but it just gets it to the corners.
So we're almost tilting one side to release the paint and get some air in the cup. And like Macy says, you can just take it round to the edges.
You do yours first. Because I have way more paint. I'm just gonna...
Oh. Please don't go off. Put your hand there. Do you know what? I actually like that and didn't think I would.
We should try colour combos that we didn't really think would go in a different video and see if they actually work. Should I try mine?
No. Just pass me that. Yeah. Just 1 second. We'll sort yours in a second. In a moment. I just don't want to lose that.
What happened to your hand?
I stuck it in the paint. Okay. This is what I'm not keen on about puddle paws. It rolls off the sides, and yet we've not got our corners sorted, so I'm not overly thrilled. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to...
I think it started raining.
Possibly. Yes, it has. Leave that side. I'm just washing my hands. Please don't sit there forever. Right. Wait, Macy.
Yeah. I'm waiting for my paint to slip down. I kind of actually like that colour of blue.
Right, I'm just getting all that off because we don't want Macy's canvas filled with my colour paints. Yep, you can go steadily. That's it. Same with you.
Ooh.
Catch that edge.
Wow, it actually looks quite good.
It looks awesome. Don't let your cup drip on that side of the canvas. This is where you need to be concentrating. We don't want to be moving these paints too much. We just want to let those cells have a moment.
Do you want me to smear it round as in lift it? Tilt.
Can you get me a lolly stick from
Somewhere.
top drawer and
The colourful.
Oh no. There's some here.
No.
Just hold that there, Macy.
Oh.
Hold it. I can't get rid of the paint off my hands.
It stays.
It will stay.
That's
For now. Keep your eye on it because it will come off.
Eventually. Yours hasn't.
No, I think mine are stuck there forever. Washing my hands again, guys.
Hygienic.
Okay, at this point I just want to put that torch on them to get rid of any air bubbles.
Can
So,
I not smear it around first, or do we have to do that first?
you're better getting rid of the bubbles first because as you move it, those bubbles will then grow.
Okay. Please don't burn my hand.
You see how fast that's moving with me?
Yep.
You've got to keep it moving or you'll burn your paint. Okay. Enough is enough. Right, I'm going to
Clean my hands.
smooth all that. Okay, I'm going to start.
Should I take mine off and smear it?
One sec. So get this lolly stick this side. I'd keep that there if I was you.
Do I smear it?
You need to listen at this point because this is where you could lose an awful lot of those pretty cells.
Yeah.
So get your lolly stick, especially on this side, put it back.
This side.
See mine?
Yeah.
Put it back on the side of your canvas.
There.
And then just with your other hand, tilt it forward to the corners. So we've torched it, and listen, tilt it away to the door and take it to that top corner there. And help it go over the edge by just... That's it. Now bring your paint back to the middle.
Or things will stretch.
And then take it up to the other corner. Not keen on mine. I think yours is better than mine at this point.
I like yours, it looks cool.
Again, I'm struggling to get it over that edge, so just spread that paint.
Oh, all my pink ones that were on this side that I liked all died.
Back to the middle and take it down to a corner. Remember, it's what you like the look of. So I'm having trouble getting over that corner. That's it.
How come I put the littlest grey possible in, and that's the one colour that you can actually see most of?
I don't know.
I put like 2 drips of thingy in and it's everywhere.
Sometimes happens like that. I've got some really bizarre colours in here. Back to the middle, down to the other corner.
I
like it a lot.
Look at that finger.
Ooh.
Just gonna
take it over that edge and bring it back to the middle.
I like some of the drippage that you.
The drippage.
Yeah, drippage. That's the proper colour.
Right.
Name on it.
I see something in your paint that I don't like for some reason.
Oh, do you mean that bit where it's stuck up there by the pink?
1 second, let me get this over the edge. Right, now, where do we go? Bring your paint back to the centre so
happy
that
with mine.
there is an even spread of colour. Now check your corners. And let me wash my hands again, guys, because I'm going to get paint everywhere otherwise.
Oh, I like that. The grey dots.
That's the bit I'm not overly keen on.
I like it. I don't know what's happened there, but it's kind
That's
of
what I'm looking at.
stuck up. But I like that area. I don't know what's wrong with it.
Don't worry. I'll sort it in a second. It may be a blob of, you know, a lump in the Floetrol or a lump in...
I know, but that's like the best area as well.
That's alright, we can get it sorted, I'm sure.
But without ruining it properly.
I don't know whether you can see that on the video, guys. Oh my word.
It's a full piece of something.
So you've got an awful lot of close, small cells this side, and then these are really big up here.
I like it.
Are you happy with it like that?
Yeah,
okay.
like it.
It's your painting. You've got nobody else to...
I kind of like this area because it kind of looks like butterfly wings.
It does look like butterfly wings. I like what's going on in this corner, and I like this and this, but this up here I'm not overstuck with. I didn't want pink.
I feel like that
paint.
kind of looks like a paw print, and that's like a little river.
That does look like a paw print.
The border of the world.
That's awesome. So you need to check your corners and make sure they've got paint on them. If they haven't, all we do, in fact, where's that little, all we do is take a little palette knife, just kick the bowl of water over, pick up your runoff and just go over those edges.
Can I have that in a minute once you finish? Because my edges are a bit all over the place.
1 sec, let me just do this. Oh, there's quite a bit missing off that side.
I think it's only the corners, not the grey. Yeah, it's just the corners. Oh, some of the runoff I really liked, but you can't really do anything about it, so I just ran it off, don't I?
I don't want that. You just see how
I don't like it when you have to add it on. It just looks weird.
it does look a little bit strange, but
Bizarre.
as long as you're taking it from the same sort of area, the colours will be the same.
They're all the same colours anyway.
No, I mean, if that was runoff,
Yeah.
and I took it from there, that red isn't really in keeping with
Yeah,
this
true.
here. So you just have to make sure you've got paint from generally the same area. This is why I'm not keen on puddle paws. I've just messed that corner up, haven't I? I don't like the paws that you have to struggle to cover your corners. And last one. There you go, Mace. Let's just clean that. So just pick it up like that. Let's put that in there. Nice and steady, there's no rush. I'm just going to see if anything else will come out of. How bizarre. So, Cadmium Red, Cobalt Blue and Paynes Grey are colours I would never normally put together, and here you see why. It's not turned out as bad as I thought it would actually. I thought it would be.
Neither is mine.
Your colours were very, very complimentary, weren't they?
Yeah, I don't really like that though. I kind of enjoy them being the opposite of complimentary. I like them to stand out.
Like opposite on the colour wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do know.
I don't have anything
Come round this side, watch your paints.
I know, I'm just trying to not get my head.
So, you're struggling to see that
It's fine,
side.
it's fine.
Spin your canvas round,
I'm brave.
and then you can just see that corner. I can also see one area that I haven't finished of mine. Okay, are you done?
Yes,
Can I
I'm gonna
borrow
say
that
yeah,
sec?
but I'm meaning no, probably.
Right,
I really like it. I want to put it on
I'm
my wall.
glad you like it.
I want to put it on my wall.
You're very critical of your work sometimes, and it's always beautiful.
Mm.
Okay, I've just seen a corner here that isn't quite covered. At this point, you've done your pour, you've covered your corners, and all you're going to do now is take that palette knife under the edge and get rid of the paint that's dripping down. If you leave it there, it will pull your paint off your canvas, and that's no good to anybody when you've worked so hard to get the look that you like. My tape's coming off in that corner, which is why I say press on really very hard. And the last side, run it along the edge. Macy's going to do that with hers now. 1 second. Can I just give yours one last blast with the torch before you do that?
Can I do it?
You want to do the torch?
Yes.
1 sec.
I'm enjoying this way too much.
Did you see how fast I moved it over my canvas?
Yep, you practically didn't see it moving. And by that I mean it's that fast. Definitely not just hold it in place.
That's on quite high now, so move it fast. That's it.
No, nothing's happening.
It's just popping those last few air bubbles.
There you go.
No,
No, thank you.
mind you, you're not into cells really, are you?
I am, because I enjoyed it when there was loads of cells in that corner there where all the pink is, but when I moved it about it didn't, and it kind of made it go like that, but I kind of like that even more.
The more you do, the better you'll get at it, and then you'll be able to move your canvas in ways that enable you to keep the areas that you do like and get rid of the areas that you're not so keen on. If I could cut that middle band out there, I would do.
But then you would probably break the whole canvas and you would have no artwork anyway.
I've got a mushroom here. I've got a paw here. What else have we got? I have to keep having a look at
Eyes
that.
in a mouth.
Eyes in a mouth.
Screaming.
That's me shouting at you when you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Yep. Which is most of the time.
Yeah. Okay, that's about it, folk. Just for the next half hour or so, keep your eye on those edges and just keep taking that paint off, because the last thing you want is losing a paw that you love. All you've had in this video is my head.
And me. At one point I think you saw my face because I stuck it underneath.
Oh no! Shock horror.
The disturbance.
People will be having nightmares tonight. Right, okay. I think we're pretty much done. Have you run your... You have, haven't you?
300 times.
So we'll keep our eye on that. And I think we're good to go. Hope you've enjoyed that video. and we will see you again shortly. Bye. Bye bye.
Bye.